This is the moment that you have all been waiting for. The first official episode of the Twin Flames podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Brett. I am a 32-year-old male living somewhere in these United States of America. I am married to a man. Shocking reveal in the first 15 seconds of the pod. I have 2 children, 3 dogs, and 1 cat. I am joined today by my permanent and lovely co-host. Her name is
Kenzie.
Kenzie, tell us more about yourself.
I'm 16 years old. I'm a junior in high school. I have 2 cats that I love very much.
My niece, my great niece, my great nephew.
I play soccer. I cheer. I'm smoking hot.
Smoking hot. You're a working woman.
I'm a working woman.
Tell us what you do for a living, Mackenzie.
I bless people's day by giving them ice cream.
You are a Blizzard artist.
The Blizzard Queen.
Dairy
Queen's queen, if
you
will.
are a member of the royal court of Dairy Queen, of the Dairy Queendom.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, yes. I also work. I am a child care director at our local YMCA. I get to play with little bundles of joy every day and oversee them and their growing and young minds forming. Kenzie's not very intrigued by that.
I just, kids, ugly kids.
Oh.
They just don't really appeal to me.
There are some. Now, we cannot lie.
No. Tell jokes, never lies.
I only tell jokes.
Never.
And the truth.
Lies.
Except for when I'm lying.
No,
then I'm
that's
lying.
a different story.
That's a different story. I only tell jokes and the truth, except for when I'm lying. I do think that everyone will one day grow into their looks. Some take a very long time to grow into those looks.
And some actually die trying to get to those looks.
And then who knows? Who knows what happens after that? God only knows. Tyler.
Jackson, if you're watching this,
Jackson, Tyler, if you're watching this, you know who you are, Jackson. Kenzie and I would like to give a special shout out during this first episode as we are learning how to do everything and learning how to be the best podcasters to ever grace this world, to a very, 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 very unimportant member of the team, my nephew, Mackenzie's brother, Jackson, who is keeping time for us during this episode. Jackson, official time check. Say it out loud.
2:57.
2 minutes and 57 seconds. Thank you, Jackson. That's all you'll ever hear from him ever again. So, Mackenzie, why did we choose the name Twin Flames Podcast?
Well, I know we mentioned that we are best friends, but a lot of people say they're best friends and they're really not. Their true colors show and they're really not. Mm-hmm. But we just kind of take a different stance, a different level of what some people would call a best friend.
Yes. So we are also related.
Yes.
We are related. You are my niece. I've known you since birth.
You have.
You were the first niece betrothed upon me.
I was.
By the vessel in which carried you into this world. My lovely sister.
Lovely.
Name redacted.
Lovely.
Just kidding, Brandy. If you're listening, we know you are.
Oh.
Waiting for her clout.
You're tapped in.
Waiting for her clout. Waiting for her 10 seconds of fame.
Her honorable mention, if you will.
Her honorable mention. So yes, we chose the name Twin Flames just because we feel that we are.
No, we know.
We know that we are twin flames. And the official meaning of a twin flame per the Google.
The AI overview.
Overview, if you will, and you will. A twin flame refers to a person considered to be the other half of your soul, signifying a deeply intense and profound connection with someone, often described as a mirror soul, where you share similar strengths, weaknesses, and experiences, creating a powerful and transformative relationship based on the idea that one soul can split into 2 separate bodies. This connection is often seen as rare and life-changing, going beyond romantic love and focusing on spiritual growth. We are not romantically involved in any way, shape, or form.
We are not romantically
We
involved.
are playing for the same team, so that's probably the first step that helps us.
Yeah.
And we also have no weaknesses known to man. Any.
At all.
You're not going to catch us slipping on this podcast.
Yeah, don't think twice.
No, you'll never know. You'll never know what they may be. But yes, we absolutely thought that there was no better name than Twin Flames.
Because nothing else truly represents us more than that.
No,
I mean, this podcast is essentially all about us. So.
It truly is. We are absolutely going to be having some special guests, some special commentators. Some
less special than others.
Some less special than others, if we ever give Jackson his 10 seconds of fame.
If that.
But we will be blessed with those guests. But at the end of the day, it's all about the Twin Flames.
They're not as important.
No one is ever as important as us. We are going to be sharing insights and pictures and pockets of our lives up until this point, from the past, the present, hopefully the future, if this lasts more than one episode.
Which it will. Don't start crying or anything.
Don't get upset. This is not a one and done. You will not be disappointed. We're going to try to keep these episodes around a sweet spot between 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, because, I mean, people have lives. Some of you have lives.
I know some of you have only been waiting for this podcast to drop.
And only waiting.
Only waiting. Callie Shotless, if you're listening, and we know you are.
Sydney, I see you.
Sydney, I see you. I hear you. Gracie Rodriguez, I see you. I hear you. Janie Rodriguez, I see you. I hear you.
We love our fans.
We love our fans, our loyal followers. Addie Vacanti, we see you. We hear you. We know that you will be sharing these podcasts. And
Riley,
insights.
I know you're going to show Jackson this in due time.
In due time. But Kenzie, what can they expect from us on this podcast? What topics are we going to be covering?
We're going to be covering a bunch of everything. You know, the usual, what's going on in the world, the pop culture, reality stars. But we also want to give it just some random stuff. Like, you know, like we both love soccer.
Mm-hmm.
We both have a very deep love for soccer.
Yes.
So that's definitely going to make an appearance.
Television and film. We love television and film.
Maybe the hottest new Drag Race.
The newest season of Drag Race has started. We are on right now. They just finished episode 2 of a split premiere. We can go back and talk about past seasons of Drag Race. I am currently watching The Traitors season 3 as well. I'm trying to get Kenzie turned on to that show. I think it'd be something she would enjoy.
Turned on.
Tuned in. Now, not too much now, because there are some men on this new season of The Traitors.
Well, then I might have to tune in.
You might have to tune in. Zac Efron's brother's on there.
Oh, so you did lose me.
Oh.
No, I'm lost.
No,
I'm
not
lost.
Zac Efron.
No,
his brother.
Zac Efron.
It's his brother.
Oh.
And like they try to make him famous for like his little like reality show he had for like 10 seconds, but everyone knows he's Zac Efron's brother. Who else is on this new season? Bob the Drag Queen from Drag Race. Love Bob. Iconic. I've not met Bob. I've met quite a few Drag Race queens. Not Bob yet. Not yet. But yeah, we feel that it is the perfect time in our lives. Mackenzie is a junior in high school. She is a working girl, like she said. I am a working man, you know, and we just thought this would be the perfect time for us to start the podcast, to give us something to do and give you all something to do.
Because we know you're bored.
We know you're bored. We know you're getting ready for work right now.
You have nothing better to do.
We know you're driving to work right now.
You're in study hall at school.
We know you're working out, listening to your favorite podcast.
Which is this one.
Which is now this one. If you had any other favorite podcasts, I hate to say it. Those are...
You're just wrong.
It's done for them. It's a wrap.
So I think we should talk a little bit about our pets that we mentioned.
Let's for this first episode give you, for those of you who don't know us, which I apologize deeply for that.
I am sorry, because you are missing out on a lifetime experience.
You are missing out. We will let's delve deep into that. So let's first start with the first pet that we had in our family, and her name is Charlotte, my dog Charlie. Mm-hmm. Now, Kenzie tries to front, but when
there's no front. Like I said, a joke never a lie.
No. When I first got Charlie years ago, my baby Charlie is a Australian Shepherd mix. She is my old girl. She's 8 years old currently. She is the sweetest little girl. Her de mama, that's de moose, de mame. She kisses.
How does some people say have their way with people?
Yes, she
She has
loves
no
to give
boundaries.
kisses. She does not know boundaries. She just thinks that
She takes advantage of people.
she does.
In vulnerable times.
And not vulnerable times.
Anytime she pleases.
Anytime she can. She is the mama of the house. She's the matriarch. She takes care of us. And Charlie was lucky enough to be blessed with a sister. And her sister's name is Sunday. Like the ice cream, not the day of the week.
And I love that Sunny Bunny.
That's the Sunny Bunny. That's her name.
I do have a dog that I will not speak of because I don't like dogs.
He
And I
should not be named.
specifically don't like this dog that has been brought into my household.
He who should not be named.
Will not be named.
But not too. Hold on. Let's get back to the star of the show, Sunday. So Sunday is, I think, you know how in Twilight, whenever Jacob like imprinted on the baby, and like he was like, I'm bound to this baby, and like that's like my person. Have you seen Twilight?
He's bound to the baby.
Yeah, and then like the baby vampire, Bella's baby, like when she was born, like that's who he ended up like dating, is the baby, because she aged at a rapid rate. Yeah, it's weird. Kenzie's making this like crazy face. It's weird. But anyway, that's what I think Sunday has done with me, because anywhere I go, she is like there with me. Like if I'm upset, she knows. If I'm happy, she knows. Like she is like my shadow. That's my Sunny Bunny. Her, my baby. She is a blue heeler mix. She has 2 different colors eyes. What is it? Heterochromia. Heterochromia. She has a blue eye and a brown eye. She is the sweetest girl in the whole wide world. Then one day, at her dance class, Kenzie's life changed forever. Kenzie, tell us about your firstborn.
So I am a teen mom, if you guys didn't know, of my cat. So after dance one day, this was a very long time ago. She did turn 6 this past year in 2024.
She's old.
So not as old as Charlie, though, so not too much.
She's getting old.
Yeah, we already know who's already old. So I see this cat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's this little baby out here. Like it was not like freezing, but like it was cold. And I was like, oh, this poor little baby. So my mom's in the car. She's like, we have to go. Like I had dance on Tuesdays. Like it was a school night.
You had dance every day of the week. You had dance Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Though. Yes, but yes, yeah.
So she's like yelling at me to get in the car. Her car battery dies because God just knew I needed this baby.
He knew.
So I scoop this little precious baby up, and she does become Sprinkles, and my most prized person in my life at the moment.
That Mooch.
Her
name is the Mooch.
She does go by Mooch more frequently than her actual name.
Her given name of Sprinkles,
which is ironic because if any of you know me, I actually hate sprinkles, like actual sprinkles. I won't eat them.
Oh, now that's where you lost me.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than a soft serve vanilla ice cream with rainbow sprinkles.
So there is.
No. Specifically, oh my gosh, back in the day, for those who are older than Kenzie and my age, Ponderosa, when there used to be a Ponderosa, I don't think those exist anymore, but they had a soft serve ice cream machine, and their soft serve ice cream, like, you remember how McDonald's sometimes the ice cream's like...
When the machine wasn't
when it's not broken, it's like icy soft serve, like it's like not crunchy and it's like not like hard, but it's like
he's having a schizophrenic attack.
I know, it's so good though. And then you mix that with the rainbow sprinkles and you'd make like this like concoction of like sprinkles and ice. It was the best thing ever. But then after sprinkles, you were blessed with another animal, and his name, we can't talk about him. We can't talk about that dog.
No. His name is Griswold.
After
A Christmas Vacation, which is my favorite Christmas movie.
They got him for Christmas.
He doesn't deserve the name of Griswold, in my opinion.
That Grizzy bear. Grizzy bear.
Every time I walk into the living room, he'll bark until I leave, so he knows where we stand in our relationship.
He weighs a solid -3 pounds. He is a teacup Yorkie.
He does not eat. He doesn't do anything but terrorize me in my own home.
Mm-hmm. So enough about that monstrosity. Greg, like I mentioned, my husband Greg is a police officer, but at the time he was working as a dispatcher for the state police, and they called him and they were like, do you know anyone that would like a German Shepherd? We're going to euthanize her if we can't find a home. She's a rescue. And Greg told me, and I was like, well, you need to bring that dog home. And that's how we were blessed with the Storminatrix, the Storminator 5000. Storm, Thunderstorm, Stormy.
The Dorma, if you will.
The Dorma. Oh, that Dormammu.
Oh.
Stormy is our we think 8-year-old German Shepherd. We are not clear of her age. She has no teeth because when she was chained outside, she ate rocks for survival. So she has nubs. So she will.
And also no boundaries. That's a trend.
That's a trend in this home. Also no boundaries because she thinks she doesn't understand that if like you're like, oh, let me walk past the dog, like another dog and pet them. She's like, oh, it's pet time. So then she will insert herself into your situation at any given moment. And it's just a great time for her. And then our homes were, those were our pets for a while until one fateful summer evening. We had a little bonfire cookout at our house.
Which was so fun. If you weren't there, you truly missed out on a lifetime.
Greg was profusely sweating.
Dripping even. Sopping. Soaking.
Cooking the burgers over our grate for our fire pit that was built for us by our landscaper. And he was really taking his job seriously, so to the point where we had to go to Mackenzie's house to go to the pool because he was so worked up.
Moist.
And then we were also playing backyard volleyball.
Of course.
And I'm pretty sure our team won.
Oh.
So
they did it.
So you were on my team.
I fear we switched, though.
No. It was me and you and Sydney Calderon.
I fear we
friend
switched.
of the pod, and Parker.
Sydney,
and Lala.
when you watch this, you have to confirm if we switched teams.
Well, but regardless, the team I was on won, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's not me.
Yeah, you were eating up. So we went to Kenzie's house to swim, and we were playing Keep It Up in the pool, Keep Yuppie. And it was dark. It was late. It was the summer. It was And all of a sudden, the ball rolls out of the pool. So.
For the 500th time.
And Gianna, my niece, Gigi, Kenzie's sister, goes to get the ball. And lo and behold, she says, oh no, there's an animal, and screams and runs bloody murder. She thought it was like a raccoon, an opossum, a skunk.
And now she's throwing a tantrum because that's just how she chooses to live her life.
And I get out of the pool and I go, oh my gosh, it's fine. It's just like, whatever. So we all get out of the pool. We're getting dried off. And I look from the area in which the incident happened. And there is this baby kitten just standing there staring at us.
Absolute baby. So small, so fluffy, so adorable.
He was so terrified, he jumped right into my arms. We took him inside. Brandy, Kenzie's mother, my sister, as aforementioned before, was like, we're not keeping another animal. And I said,
no, but you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're misunderstanding.
Sydney was like, I can take him home. My mom said yes.
Kelly lied.
Kelly lied. Miss Kelly did lie. During Pride Month, I might add. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. The first time I met Kelly in person, I was like, oh, so you're the person that broke my heart and said you were taking the cat and then didn't take the cat. All during Pride Month, Kelly.
But I would like to thank Kelly for not taking the cat.
Yes, hindsight is 2020, and now that Kelly said no to Sydney, we have that Cashy baby.
We did think Cash was a girl at first.
We did.
And his name was going to be Cashmere and or Ash Cash. If you don't know who Ash Cash is, don't look it up. Because he
was so soft.
Yeah,
like
so
Cashmere.
soft, so baby.
Yeah, baby boy.
So we eventually found out that he was actually a boy, and I was like, well, his name is already established.
He identified as male.
He identified as male, and I was like, well, that's the Cashy baby now. So his name is Cash, spelled with a K, and an accent aigu at the end, if any of you are French connoisseurs like I am.
Cachet.
Cachet, if you will.
Cachet bébé.
He's the sweetest, craziest, best son I could ever ask for.
I've never seen him do anything but sleep.
So, yeah, he does run around, terrorize the whole entire house.
He's massive. From the negative 1 pound we found him at, he's
huge.
He's huge.
He's definitely
so
surpassed Sprinkles. He's huge.
Not too much on surpassing.
Oh.
Sprinkles is with children.
In the next podcast episode, we will give a pregnancy update on Sprinkles because we actually don't know if she's pregnant or not.
We think she's pregnant.
I chose not to. This might cause controversy already in the first episode, but I actually chose not to take any of my cats to the vet because I think they're going to hurt them. So.
Yeah, no. So that's.
Oh, and they're still fine.
That's the quite opposite of what vets do.
Oh, yeah, but they're fine. So.
They actually take care of.
What I'm trying to
animals.
say is neither of them are fixed. So
yes,
we could have grandchildren.
They're natural. I might be a great uncle.
He might. He very much so might be.
And then when Brandy had said no, and Kelly Miss Kelly had said no. Greg and I were going to take Cash.
Cashy.
And the boys were so excited. My sons, Parker and Asher, they were so excited. And we were, going to have them. And it just didn't work out because they ended up keeping Cash. So the boys were upset. The dogs met Cash. They were excited to get a new sibling.
So excited they tried to devour him whole.
Yes. I did set him down in the hallway, and they just all took turns licking him and trying to eat. Stormy plot twist. We'll get there. Spoiler alert. Stormy. There was a point in time where Stormy tried to eat our kitten. I don't think she knew she was trying to eat her, or if she just thought that's what she was supposed to do.
Or if she didn't know she was alive.
Yes. So we ended up getting our own kitten. Her name is Muffin. We like to call her the Mafuzala.
Personally, I call her Muff Muff Whistle Pass.
Muff, she sure does. That Muffin. Muffin is a menace to society, to say the least.
She truly is. You would think her and Cash would be great companions, but she doesn't like
Muffin came to Sprinkle's birthday party over the summer.
She did. She had a big birthday party for that baby
She was
girl.
not a fan of the other cats.
She was trying to act bougie. We all know her truth.
Yes, but she also is a baby.
She's emaciated.
She's
anorexic.
She's petite. She is the proper weight of a cat. She's not with child.
She could be the size of a child.
I do think when Sprinkle's kittens come out, they will be the same size as Muffin.
They might. They very much.
So Muffin might be getting a second cousin and also sister all in one.
That could be true.
Because I only have girl pets, girl animals, boy children. That's my rule.
I thought that way until I got my son, and
that
my life has been changed forever.
That Cashy baby. But yes, aside from our fur babies, I have 2 children, like I mentioned, Parker and Asher. Greg and I adopted them both. We'll talk about Greg another time. He's not that. Just kidding. You are important, Greg. Greg and I have been together.
He changes the world every day.
He changes the world every day. Just today, he saved a girl in Cumberland, Maryland at Dunkin' Donuts.
Cumberland, if you will.
Kenzie texted me. I was on the phone with her while we were reading the group message, and she goes, "Where is Cumberland?" And I said, "So."
Cumberland, anybody?
That is Cumberland, Maryland.
Shout out to Cumberland, Maryland.
And the Dunkin' Donuts where Greg.
Definitely shout out to Dunkin' Donuts.
Definitely heavy on that. Dunkin'.
Heavy on Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin', if you're listening. Mr. Dunkin', sponsor us.
Dunkin', if you're listening.
Dunkin'.
I've spent a good band on you.
I have to try their new holiday menu for Valentine's Day. Although I am upset because a few years ago, right after COVID, they had the sugar plum latte at Christmas. Then they had the pink velvet. No, it's amazing. She made a face. Then they had the pink velvet latte, iced latte, right after
that. Really good.
And that was amazing. And I don't think they have anything like that.
I did try the lava cake, and it's pretty good, but that red velvet was definitely taking it for me, personally.
I also really liked their do they still have the butter pecan syrup?
I don't really add anything to mine. I'm not
I'm an iced coffee. I'm an iced coffee till the day I die. Iced coffee, extra cream, extra sugar, extra syrup.
Well, in the new year, I am trying to lay off the Dunkin', and I've started a little coffee bar in my kitchen.
I also tried to give up unnatural sources of caffeine for the new year, and it just didn't work out for me on day one. I needed a coffee on New Year's Day.
Yeah, and I also was like, when he said that, he mentioned it, and I was like, wow, like, that's actually a good idea. And I actually do have a Red Bull sitting right next to me.
She sure does.
Yeah, we didn't decide to do that.
I could never give up my DC. My Diet Coke.
Oh.
Could never.
Diet Coke.
It used to be Coke Zero. There was a time whenever you would never find me without a Coke Zero, but now it's Diet Coke because they changed the recipe of Coke Zero.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, now it's like Coke Zero sugar, but before it was Coke Zero, but there still wasn't sugar in it. I don't know what they've done to it pre-COVID. Back in the good old days, pre-COVID.
The good old days.
The good old days. But yes, I have 2 kids, Parker and Asher. They are 13 and 12. Kenzie has 3 younger siblings. Jackson, as we mentioned.
Yeah, I do have a Jackson.
We have a Jackson. Every family has a Jackson.
Yeah, and let me just tell you. I have 2 lovely little sisters, Lala and Gigi.
You don't care about the girls?
I care so much.
You care about the girls.
I love my sisters.
Shelby and Dolly.
Jackson's fine, but I love my sisters.
Lala and Gigi. Also
my
known
soccer
as
stars, my queens.
Briella and Gianna, not Gianna, not
also known
Gianna.
as the twins. Everybody thinks they're twins. I don't think they look anything alike.
They don't
but
look nothing alike.
To each their own. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion until it's wrong.
That is true.
Yeah.
And that is our family in a snapshot. Oh, we cannot. How could we forget?
L.
How could we forget about the matriarch?
How can we forget about
The meme.
TL?
The meme tree. The meme tree.
The
Mimi.
meme.
Mimi Teresa.
My queen.
Mother Teresa.
Literally
My
Mother
mother.
Teresa.
My mother, Kenzie's grandmother, aka Mimi, because when Kenzie was born, she was like, "I can't be a grandma. I'm too cool to be a grandma. I'm gonna be a Mimi." And I was like, "You and every other." I say you and every other woman in the world now. Oh, not too much on the Mimis.
No, not too much on Mimi.
And Mimi has her husband Bear, who is her husband, my father. So Kenzie calls Mimi Mimi, and she calls Bear. My father's name is Barry, and Kenzie calls him Bear.
And when I was little, it was Hey Bear.
It was Hey Bear because my mom would always be like, "Hey Bear, watch those kids. Hey Bear, Hey Bear, don't let her do that. Hey Bear, Hey Bear." So Kenzie's
and
like,
he was like trying to resuscitate a dead bird.
yeah,
the right way.
yeah. And Kenzie
In
was
a
like,
dustpan.
"Oh, so his name is Hey Bear, so that's what I should call him." So she calls him Hey Bear. So now all the kids call him Kenzie's Impact. All the kids call him Bear.
Yeah, clearly been setting trends since '08. So get with it.
I'm going to ask our official timekeeper, Jackson, for a time check. Jackson, the time check.
26:11.
26 minutes. Well, I
I
think...
know that might have been confusing. Jackson doesn't smoke 12 packs a day.
26:11. Yeah, I got your paperwork, Wazowski. 26:11.
Jackson.
Not
too much.
Not too much.
Not too much.
That's another
Not
episode.
too much.
That's
Not too much.
That's for another
Shout out
time and
Virginia.
another place. That is another time, another place. Another place.
Completely other place.
Another time.
Completely other mindset. Completely other world reality.
Yes.
Matrix.
What timeline are you in?
No, please, what timeline are you in?
Hey, quick question. What timeline are you in?
Good question.
I think that is just the perfect way to wrap up the
agree.
first episode of the official Twin Flames podcast. Please be sure to like this, share this, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your family. We do have our official Instagram where this will be shared. We are going to be having an official Facebook. We have a TikTok account. We're going to do something with that. That's going to be on the road, live, special editions.
That's going to be like the secrets. That's going to be like where the real good stuff's going to be.
If TikTok doesn't get shut down.
If it does, I will honestly probably not know what to do with myself.
Also shut yourself down. But
we can always turn to Instagram Reels. Jackson McKennedy, if you're watching this, we know.
Shout out to
about the Instagram Reels.
Big J.
Big J, we know.
We know. All right. Well, everyone, if you've made it this far, and we know you all have, we would like to say thank you so much. And may you find your own twin flame if you don't already have one.
No, it will not amount to us. So don't be like disencouraged or anything like that.
So the discouraged.
Oh, what did I say?
Disencouraged.
Oh, well, either way. I mean, I never said I was like a spelling problem.
You do have all A's currently.
I do have all A's.
French
is actually my first language.
Oui.
C'est son Marguerite.
C'est son Marguerite. We would love to say thank you all for listening to this first episode, and we will see you next time.
We will see you.
Ta-ta for now.